To go. This is the first of 9 here at Eagle Farm on Amy Stradbroke Day. We're ready to go. Weather conditions in Brisbane fine. Track is rated as good. Starter hits the button and they're racing in the first race. Captain Test began nicely up the inside gate. Scrub and Chips was fast away in the Gidgee. Mr. Grasshopper, Jane Susan, Borachira. They're all going forward in the early stages. Walker looking to trail now on Jane Susan. Majestic Heights is kicking up on his inside. A little wide is in the Gidgee. Uncle Nugget, Black Mountain getting back with Desktop Lover. And Caravas immediately drops to the rear. Going to the turn out of the straight. 1,800 metres to go. Borachira takes over now. Leads by 3/4 of a length. Second, Mr. Grasshopper on the outside. Scrub and Chips is trailing a length away third on the rails on the inside of Jane Susan, straight into a lovely trailing position. Captain Test fifth on the inside of Majestic Heights, 1 to Uncle Nugget. Then in the Gidgee, Black Mountain, Desktop Lover back second last, 12 lengths off the leader. And Caravas is last of all, casting the 1,500 metre post astern. And it's Borachira making the pace in front. Borachira leads by a length. Second, Mr. Grasshopper. 1 away third, the inside Scrub and Chips, who's covered there by Jane Susan. Then there's a gap of 2 lengths to Majestic Heights on the outside of Captain Test. Another 2 to Uncle Nugget, followed by in the Gidgee, Black Mountain, Desktop Lover, and Caravas still at the rear of the field. 1,000 metres left to go. It's Borachira, 1 length in front of the Grasshopper, the outside. 1 away third on the inside is Scrub and Chips, followed by Jane Susan. Walker is working overtime on Jane Susan at the moment. She just dropped the bit there. He's trying to get her back onto it. Captain Test is fifth over on the inside, covered by Majestic Heights, then Uncle Nugget. In the Gidgee, Black Mountain, Desktop Lover, and last of all is Caravas. They thunder down the side, 750 metres left to go. Borachira taken on now by Mr. Grasshopper. He's moving up on the outside. Scrub and Chips has had a beautiful run. He's a length away third. Jane Susan is hard ridden. Mr. Test is going okay. He's back on the rails. He's in traffic at the moment. He'll just need a little bit of luck in the straight. In the Gidgee to the outside, Desktop Lover has pulled 5 wide on the bend, starting to launch his claim. They're in the straight now, 350 metres to go. Captain Test is getting into the clear. Scrub and Chips the outside, and here comes Desktop Lover. Captain Test sprinted to the front. 200 metres to go. The captain's gone to the lead. He leads by a length on Scrub and Chips, who's trying hard. Desktop Lover trying to reach the pair of them on the outside. Captain Test in front, leads by a neck. Scrub and Chips is trying to get to him. He can't get to him. And Captain Test 1.5 lengths. Second, Scrub and Chips. Third, Desktop Lover. Then Black Mountain, Jane Susan and Uncle Nugget. Then a big gap to Majestic Heights in the Gidgee. Well back in the field was Mr. Grasshopper, then Borachira, and Caravas, the nice one over the line.
Number 3, Captain Test for Damien Oliver, $2.90, $1.60, 1 Scrub and Chips, $2, 2 Desktop Lover, $1.70, Quinella, $8.30, Exacta, $15.20, Trifecta, $39.80 on race 1, Eagle Farm. Update for the 4,400 metre event at New Zealand.
Weather track. And they're off in the first of the day. Man of Wood just a little bit slowly away, and actually the first out was Ali Baba. Plenty of speed early. Unchained is a close second. In the third spot, Dane Glory, followed by Pentathlon, Monologist, and last is Man of Wood. They race onto the first corner, and Ali Baba a length and a half on Unchained, and Dane Glory wider out third, now moving to second. Travelling fourth is Pentathlon, about a half length on his inside Monologist, and a couple of lengths to Man of Wood. Ali Baba steadied by Rob Thompson at the 800 marker, 3/4 the break on Dane Glory. A little over a length away third is Unchained, and 1 out 1 back is Pentathlon. 2 lengths Monologist, and 3/4 the outside is Man of Wood. They're in pairs, the half dozen runners, as they pass the 600 and come down towards the home corner. And Ali Baba 3/4 of a length on Dane Glory, being tracked by Pentathlon, being pushed along a bit by Rod Quinn to make ground. Unchained's on the inside of Pentathlon, straightening up now. Ali Baba in front, about a length or so. Unchained getting up on the inside. Pentathlon is warming up now. Dane Glory is immediately under pressure. Ali Baba and Rob Thompson shows at the whip. Pentathlon on the outside's a length and a half away second. Ali Baba down past the 100, still a length on Pentathlon. Then Monologist. Ali Baba's clinging on. Pentathlon coming quickly, not quickly enough. And Ali Baba all the way in the first to beat Pentathlon. Third was Monologist, and fourth Unchained, fifth Dane Glory, and sixth and last Man of Wood. The favourite home in the first of the day. All the way for Ali Baba, number 1, Robbie Thompson, at $1.80 for the win, and in all likelihood $1.04 on the place tote. Pentathlon getting home in a gritty manner, but just finding the post a little too close, the octagonal colt. And he's going to win plenty of races. He'll pay $1.60, and there'll be no third for number 2, Monologist. Ali Baba trained by Gay Waterhouse for MB Christian, SF Beasley, J Bongiorno, I and P Chambers, P Atkins and G&D Smorgan, RF Clifton Jones and R Brott, by Snippets from Fairy Tale, a 2-year-old bay gelding. And the numbers are up 1-3-2 Pentathlon, second to Brown Colt, a 2-year-old Octagonal Triumphal. John Hawkes Rodquin, a number 2 Monologist, a 2-year-old Chestnut Colt, Jan Murray Canacia, Graham Rogers and Justin Sheehan. It's 1-3-2 and the fourth will be posted in a moment. Quinella.
40, Dance in the Dark, 64 off Melbourne.
First out, Pass Master with Yo-Yo Joe, and leading Bounty the favourite, and Music Grammar quickly pushing forward, balancing up towards the first fence and getting into it. Pass Master and leading Bounty handled it well. He was in front on the early point from moving up on the outside. Century's Fox on terms. Music Graham behind them with Pass Master picking up pretty well. Yo-Yo Joe is a little wide. Further back in the race, Kingston Campbell from down to 0. Back behind them, Bajira, and the widest runner over this fence down the straight there is Corker's Boy. They're only cantering down towards the second one down the straight the first round. And coming up to it now and out in the middle here, Century's Fox jumped it well, landed about a length and a half in front. From in the middle, Yo-Yo Joe, and something's gone amiss with Century's Fox, is it? He was heading towards the outside. No, he's tracking back again. Yo-Yo Joe's gone into the centre of the track now to head him. Yo-Yo Joe and Century's Fox coming down with a lap to go, little between them. From leading Bounty and Kingston Campbell, Pass Master. Further back in the race, Big Zap. Music Graham, Corker's Boy, Bajira, and last of all down to 0. Out of the straight they go. They've gone over the first of their fences and heading up to the riverside now, and it's on the inside, Yo-Yo Joe, with outside at Century's Fox. Not much between them, about 2.5 to Kingston Campbell. In the middle is leading Bounty, and on the outside, Pass Master, a length and a half, Music Graham. Then Big Zap, and further back, Bajira down to 0, and Corker's Boy. First of 3 fences out by the riverside. On this first circuit now, and over on the inside, the leader Yo-Yo Joe handled it well, got over nearly a length in front now from on the outside, Century's Fox. 2 lengths further back then Kingston Campbell. Leading Bounty is laying up about 4th from Pass Master, Music Graham as they go to the next. Then Big Zap improving in the middle, 2 further back Corker's Boy, down to 0, and Bajira back in the middle. Coming up towards the next of their fences along the riverside, and Yo-Yo Joe in front, landed nicely about 2.5 in front. Now leading Bounty's made up a lot of ground to go through and be nice and prominent behind this leader. Outside him Kingston Campbell, and now Century's Fox is wide. 2 lengths further back in the race then came in the middle, Pass Master. On the fences, Music Graham, followed by Big Zap. Corker's Boy tracking a little deep from Bajira, and down to 0 last of all. Out towards the old abattoirs treble now. The leader, Corker's Boy, over on the inside here, Yo-Yo Joe. 3/4 in front. Second on the outside as they go to the first of 3. At the moment is Century's Fox. Leading Bounty improved up on the inside as they go to the next. Further back in the race, Pass Master. Corker's Boy's now gone up 5th. Over on the inside, Music Graham as they complete the set of 3. Further back in the race then came Bajira from Kingston Campbell. Out with about 1,000 to go, and Yo-Yo Joe went for home out in front. He set up a break of about 4 or 5 lengths now over leading Bounty. And Century's Fox from Corker's Boy up on the outside, a length and a half further back. Big Zap out in the middle. On the fences, Music Graham, followed by Pass Master and Bajira. Over that next fence of the 800-metre mark, and it's Yo-Yo Joe about 3 lengths in front of leading Bounty. As they come up now with about 650 to go, they've got 3 fences to go. Yo-Yo Joe a length and a half in front. Leading Bounty trying to pick him up. 2 lengths further back in the race then came Corker's Boy, who reached for it, followed further out by on the outside Kingston Campbell. Music Graham is pushing up on the inside. 2 fences to go. 500 out. Yo-Yo Joe in front. He led a length and a half back on the inside, leading Bounty, and pulled out wide now Kingston Campbell. Second last coming up, leading Bounty with a great leap. Got up to Yo-Yo Joe. Then Kingston Campbell, Music Graham, and further back Corker's Boy. Last fence comes up, leading Bounty. Handled it well. Moved a length and a half in front of Yo-Yo Joe and Kingston Campbell. At the 200-metre mark, it's leading Bounty with a jumping over. A length and a half, pulling away a length and a quarter in front from Yo-Yo Joe, and now Kingston Campbell coming down the outside. Leading Bounty in front. Yo-Yo Joe coming at him. Kingston Campbell in front. Over on the outside, leading Bounty in front. Leading Bounty just wins from Yo-Yo Joe and Kingston Campbell. A great finish. Further back is Corker's Boy behind those from Bajira. Down to 0, Pass Master, followed further back by Music Graham. Big Zap, and a long gap then to Century's Fox. And they've all completed the course.
And the winner there, number 1 leading Bounty, M. Scott, $3 140, 8 Yo-Yo Joe, $2.80, 6 Kingston Campbell, $2. The Quinella, $18.40, Exacta, $28.40, $28.40. Trifecta, $173.70, $173.70. Correct way at the Gold Coast, $110.4, a length by 2 in $126.79.
Moving in Newcastle to the move.
You're all in. Light hasn't gone on as yet. Brilliance moving about in the centre. Wait for him to settle. Agile King. Zedrani stands up nicely. All right. Now there's movement towards the outside. Favourite Princess. I just see her bobbing about in the gates. Now the attendants are clearing the stalls. Started moving over to pick up the button. Uh-oh, the wreck out wide. He just went up in the air. Settles again. Zedrani, Tilling Blow, Our Mick, Dance in the Dark. Yeah, he's got us on hold. There's the light now. They'll jump and they'll run here. Set, racing now. Electrical Storm hesitated near the inside. Our Mick began brilliantly. Going quickly shortly after the start is Zedrina, who's driving through in the centre to poke his nose in front. Caught a little wide in the early stages is Mill Prince. Our Mick is accelerating up along the inside. He's going through to be the leader. Favourite Princess is just behind them with Irish Bunny Dance in the Dark. Getting well back in the field is Barney racing inside of Ace Rule, Telling Blow, then Electrical Storm, The Wreck and Brilliance. An Agile King whipped them in. They set sail for home now, 450 metres to go. And the favourite cruises around the corner by a length and a half. It's Our Mick straightening up by 2 now on Mill Prince, followed by Favourite Princess, third over on the inside, then Zedrani. Irish Bunny to the outside. Brilliance pulled out wide, and the Wreck is coming into it with a strong run. So is Umbani on the outside. Our Mick in front. There's no gas in the tank, but he holds a commanding lead. He's 3 lengths in front. He's 4 clear now. Yes, he's too good for them. Our Mick is going straight to the wire. He wins it well. The Wreck got second. Favourite Princess in a photo with Brilliance out wide, and then Irish Bunny fifth in the centre. Further back in the field came Electrical Storm, then Telling Blow and Umbani Dance in the Dark, Mill Prince, Agile King. Well back in the field, Ace Rule, and Zedrani, the last one home.
12 Our Mick, Esima 210, 120. Second, 8 The Wreck, 410. Photo third, Prominent 4, Faithful Princess, or Favourite Princess at 480. On the previous at Flemington, a long head with a neck between second and third, 348. Correct weight, 18 and 6.
On 2KY Racing Radio.
I'll soon go. Off this time, and Pompey, the favourite, left beautifully from the inside and leads clearly settling from top Impreza. Commencing pretty well was Summer Alice, and not far away is Scansion and then Powder Burn. Over on the inside is Magical Miss, followed by Seesaw and Puzzle Book, and last of all is Cap. They go round the first corner past the 1,000 and Pompey. A length and a quarter on Summer Alice. Top Impreza's running third, followed by Scansion, then Magical Miss. A length the Seesaw, and out very, very wide is Powder Burn. Cap on the inside. And at a compact field, Puzzle Book is last, only 7 lengths from Pompey. Working along the side of the track and linking with the 650 and Pompey, 3/4 Summer Alice. Scansion's wider on the course, and then Top Impreza, Magical Miss. Out very, very wide is Powder Burn, followed by Cap. Next to last is Puzzle Book, and Seesaw deep and last as they come round the corner. Pompey hanging just a shade, straightens up about 3/4. On the inside, Top Impreza getting through. Summer Alice on the outside, and deeper still is Scansion as they come to the 250, and Squires has gone for Pompey, and she's not finding a lot. Top Impreza the leader. Here's Magical Miss driving home fast on the rails from Summer Alice. Magical Miss is the danger. Magical Miss right along the fence, quickly put pay to Top Impreza and Summer Alice, and this is a nice filly. Magical Miss beat Top Impreza, third Summer Alice, then Scansion and a photo for fourth with Pompey from Puzzle Book, and then came Cap, and the last 2 Powder Burn and Seesaw. Right along the rails. Magical Miss for Bart Cummings and Jamie Innes. Bart and Jamie combined for a double last Saturday. And Magical Miss, she was originally known as Houdini's Lass. She's returned $5.90 and $2 by Dane Hill from the spectacular bid mare Hook Bid. So isn't she a magnificently bred filly? Bred by Carradale, as the numbers come up, 387. Owned by Mr. W.R.A. and Mrs. R.N. Wiley, and Magical Miss has scored well. 3 the winner, $5.90, $2. Number 8 is second. That is Top Impreza, a filly by Strategic from Ambassador Club, Rod Craig, Brent Stanley, $4.70. And number 7 gets third, and that is Summer Alice, returning $2.10, a filly by Flying Spur from Mezzanella Gay Waterhouse, Rob Thompson. The fourth will be...
Melbourne Romalada at a 310, 160 with Lontano, 390, 170.
Lights are blinking, they're off and running. Romalada bounced away quickly. Lontano has left okay, and they're all heading towards the flat side. Away quickly, Take by Storm. Mr. Magoo beaten for speed. When they settle into stride further out, Mr. Royston with a great turn of foot has come across, and Mr. Royston takes it up now from Take by Storm, Mr. Magoo and Romalada. Queen Carey and Flashline is out deep. Lontaro following it over. Further back was Moa Man as they come down now with about 700 to go. They're followed by Dare to Win at about a length and a half to Cash Key last of all. Heading towards the 600-metre mark, Mr. Royston a half length in front from Flashline, 2 to Take by Storm. Then Mr. Magoo, one's gone amiss. Take by Storm is broken down. Take by Storm is broken down here. Flashline going up to Mr. Royston. They're 4 or 5 lengths. Mr. Magoo, Romalada under pressure. Lontano down the middle, and Kashki from last is starting to wind up and run on. Mr. Royston to the 300-metre mark, a half in front of Flashline. Lontano, Mr. Magoo, and then Kashki. It's Flashline and Mr. Royston. 2.5 to 3 in front of Mr. Magoo and Lontano. Flashline, Mr. Royston comes back. Mr. Royston again with his head in front of Flashline and Mr. Magoo. Mr. Royston hard on the fence, fights back and gets there. Mr. Royston a neck on the line, Flashline, 2 away third, Mr. Magoo. Then Lontano and Cash Key, they just didn't finish off. A gap in the race then to Dare to Win, followed by Romalada, never in contention. Further back, Queen Carey with Moa Man. And this one's broken down badly here. Let's have a look at this filly, Take by Storm. She's gone amiss.
To Mr. Royston, M. Flaherty, $18, $3.70. 6 Flashline, $3.40. 7 Mr. Magoo, $3. The Quinella, $93. $93. Exacta, $136.90. $136.90. And the Trifecta, $1,987.50.
And they're set to go. We're running 1,200 metres. Pioneer, centre force. Set now. Ready to go. Racing. Jedi Knight began quickly off the inside. Scenic Peak was fast away. Regal Tycoon and Concord going forward in the early part. St. Columban's is revved up from out wide. Regal Gentleman into a spot, settling about 6. Pioneer next on the inside. Drifting back, Regal Tycoon in the centre. Getting well back, Silverthorn on the outside there of Kraduski, and centre force immediately drops out last. Ramstadius shot through to be the leader. 800 metres to go. Ramstadius a half in front of St. Columban's. Concord to third. Regal Gentleman fourth. Jedi Knight now fifth. Then there's a break of 2 to Scenic Peak, followed by Thomas John outside of Regal Tycoon, and Pioneer next on the rails. Meringa's Mandrake is well back in the field. Then Silverthorn, Kraduski, and centre force on the home turn. 450 metres to go. Ramstadius straightens up by a half on St. Columban's. Concord parked away third on the inside, looking for a gap in the centre. Regal Gentleman and Scenic Peak coming to the outside. Scenic Peak is putting in a big run now. Jedi Knight is back behind a wall of horses, and then Thomas John and Regal Tycoon. Ramstadius is just in front of Concord. Here comes the favourite on the outside. Oliver winding him up. Scenic Peak. He looks set for victory. 100 metres to go. Scenic Peak swept away from Concord and Ramstadius, and Scenic Peak bolts away in the run to the line to win by 2 lengths. Second, Concord. Third, maybe Ramstadius in front of Kraluski, Thomas John and centre force. Then Regal Tycoon, Regal Gentleman, Jedi Knight never got in it. Silverthorn was well back in the field with Pioneer and St. Columban's.
11 Scenic Peak, Damien Oliver a double, $2.50 the win, $1.50 the place. 6 Concord, $2.40. Fado for third, prominent 8 Ramstadius, $3.10. The correct weight Flemington on the previous, 2.67, a long neck, a length and a quarter, 110.5.
Now, Newcastle Toads.
On race number 2, the winner number 3, Hunter Hermitage, has paid $3 and $1.30. Number 2, the Ginza, $1.50. 8, the Bank, $1.70. Quinella, $4.20. Exacta, $9.60.
Plea Bargain is holding up the start at the moment. Midnight Avenue's been behaving himself well. Routine Blue, drawn on the fence. The Queen Bian galloper goes in now. Plea Bargain. And a start is imminent. Race 3 at Randwick. Starter came off the stand. A little bit of attention maybe with Plea Bargain. The starter goes back on the ladder. And they're off. They jumped in a good line. Routine Blue, one of the smartest out. Zetavane hopped into stride well, and so too did Skador. And around the Moment's Folly, Midnight Avenue is not far away, and Fearless Fred is hustling right around the outside looking for the front. Plea Bargain settles third last. Midnight Avenue now back to second last, and Thorns is last. Moment's Folly and the stablemate Fearless Fred put on the speed, and onto the side they go with Fearless Fred for about a length now on Moment's Folly. Routine Blue a length away, third at the 800. Then comes Skador on the inside of Zetavane. Then Thorns inside Midnight Avenue, and last and wide is Plea Bargain. Along past the 650 and Fearless Fred a length and a half. Moment's Folly, 3/4 to Routine Blue. A couple of lengths Skador between it. Stablemate the inside Thorns, and wide as Zetavane. Midnight Avenue awkwardly positioned second last inside of Plea Bargain as they sweep for home into the 400 marker. Fearless Fred a length. Moment's Folly. Routine Blue in third position. Pop the question. Midnight Avenue's gone through on the inside as they come down to the 220. And the leader is Fearless Fred from Moment's Folly. Midnight Avenue and Thorns is getting a split, and down the outside Plea Bargain. Midnight Avenue's warming to the task. It shot right along the rails. It put pay to them very quickly. Plea Bargain and Thorns battle out second and third, but Midnight Avenue coasted home. Midnight Avenue from a photo, Plea Bargain and Thorns, and then came Fearless Fred, Moment's Folly, Routine Blue, Skador, and Zetavane last to complete the course. And the last two winners have sailed right along the home straight inside fence from around about the 250, 300. And Midnight Avenue, Scott Pollard, seen to advantage and has paid 310 and 140. Promising horse, this fella. He looked well. He went into the barrier well. He travelled truly this afternoon, and he certainly was on his best behaviour. Number one, Midnight Avenue, 310 140, and the judge will have a look at his computer image for the minors. Plea Bargain on the outside looks to have just got second, but it is pretty close here. Plea Bargain number 9. If well, there'll be a place for both second and the third with a field of 8. Number 9 is second. Plea Bargain has paid 620, and third goes to Thorns, number 7, which has paid 190. Quinella $40.70, Exacta $76.90, and the trifecta was 593.20. Waiting on the fourth, the winner by
3 off Melbourne.
Impulse, and further out Prince Keystone showing speed from Sea Reason. Then Classic Prince and Alpha Amati. Here's the first of their flights, and Prince Keystone charged at it and crossed down to the fence. Oh, in fact, he took on the running rail. Prince Keystone took on the running rail. He stood up, but he threw the rider over the inside fence. So Prince Keystone's out of play here. Not much of a day for poor old Tony McAvoy at the moment. Evans Advantage in front now. Riderless Horse in front of him. Bold Impulse second, followed by Classic Prince. Then came Mr. Lightfoot, Sea Reason and Alpha Amati. This Riderless Horse is out in front, but Evans Advantage is the race leader as they've gone over the third, and he's about 3 lengths in front of Bold Impulse and Classic Prince, Mr. Lightfoot. Further back in the race, and Alpha Amati and Sea Reason last of all. They've gone over 4 flights down the straight. Still this Riderless Horse out in front, but Evans Advantage the leader, about 4 lengths in front as they come down towards the winning post. Oh, he hit the top of it, Evans Advantage. Didn't jump it well, showed no respect, but about 4.5 to 5 to Bold Impulse, 2 to Classic Prince, 3 to Mr. Lightfoot, 1 Alpha Amati and Sea Reason last of all. Up the riverside of the 2,200 metre mark, and the leader Evans Advantage. He's about 5 lengths in front now from Bold Impulse, 2 to Classic Prince. So the favourites are all up 1, 2, 3. 3 lengths to Mr. Lightfoot, Alpha Amati, and back on the inside, Sea Reason. At the 2,000 metre mark, and Evans Advantage, the rider trying to restrain him. He's about 6 or 7 in front. He clipped the top of it, but got over it safely. About 7 lengths in front of Bold Impulse, 2 to Classic Prince, 1.5 lengths, Mr. Lightfoot. Then Alpha Amati and Sea Reason back on the inside. Out towards the 1,700 metre mark, and this Riderless Horse has now gone to the outside of the track, and Evans Advantage went over that, about 8 lengths in front from Bold Impulse, 3 further back Classic Prince, 2 lengths then Mr. Lightfoot, Sea Reason and Alpha Amati last of all. 1,500 metres to go. Here's the next flight coming up. Evans Advantage, he's a nifty sort of jumper. He jumped at about 5 lengths in front of Bold Impulse, 2.5 to Classic Prince, about 3 to Mr. Lightfoot, then Sea Reason and Alpha Amati last of all. Evans Advantage going to the back now. At the 1,250 metre mark, he comes to this flight. He landed about 7 lengths in front from Bold Impulse, and moving up on the outside of it, Classic Prince. 2 to Mr. Lightfoot. There followed 2 lengths Sea Reason and Alpha Amati. Over the one at the 1,100. Evans Advantage got away with it, about 6 lengths in front from and second placing Bold Impulse, and Classic Prince has gone up to join him. And they're about 3 lengths in front of Mr. Lightfoot. The next pair, Alpha Amati and Sea Reason. coming along towards the third last over the one at the 900, and Evans Advantage jumped at about 5 in front of Classic Prince, travelling well out after this leader, a length and a half to Bold Impulse. Mr. Lightfoot getting a bit of a wriggle on, then Sea Reason, Alpha Marty, they're hard at it. They're on the flat, there's 2 flights to go. 700 out, Evans Advantage 2.5, Classic Prince. Bold Impulse, he's decided to wake it up now and give it a bit of a shake, and it's starting to come into it. And coming around the turn at the 500-metre mark, Evans Advantage 2 in front. Bold Impulse coming at him, and Classic Prince back in the middle. Here they come down towards the 400 of the second last. Classic Prince, Bold Impulse go to Evans Advantage. They go over the second last. In the middle, Classic Prince in front of Bold Impulse, who jumped out a little. Then Evans Advantage starting to struggle, but Classic Prince took the lead at the last flight. He comes to it, handled it well. 3 in front of Bold Impulse and Evans Advantage. The race is over. 150 out, and Classic Prince is starting to extend, opening right up for Jimmy Houlihan. It's drawing away from Bold Impulse, and he bolts in Classic Prince. He's a rising star, this bloke. He wins, hard held by 5 lengths. Bold Impulse second, 2 away third, Evans Advantage, a gap to Sea Reason, then Mr. Lightfoot and Alpha Marty, and the riderless horse Prince Keystone coming down the outside rail.
5 Classic Prince, C. Durden, $3.40 the win, $2 the place. 1 Bold Impulse, $1.60, no third, 2 Evans Advantage, Quinella $4.30, Exacta $10.90, Trifecta $20.10, $20.10. There's correct weight at the Gold Coast on 3, 7 and 5.
Correct waiters for your local Pub Mart Hotel, where VB Stubbies are on special for just $28.99.
The good times start at Pub Mart. Pub Mart.
Living in Newcastle, Masco Image, the favourite, $2.80, $1.50.
This holiday Monday, make your move.
Starting signal. 1,500 metres the trip. They're racing now. Paris Fortune bounced in front of the start. Affleck and Centone showing good speed. Amazeco began nicely. He's going to posse up about 4th on the inside of Betrill. Annalee is next in the centre. Paws driving through. She's handy today. She's actually running 3rd on the outside of Affleck there. That's a bit of a surprise. She is getting up into a spot. Getting well back is Himalaya Falcon outside of Miss Cian. Nazaro's well back, and last of orders they settled down as Romanza. Going to the first bend with 1,000 metres to go. Centone takes over now, races to the front and leads by a length on Paris Fortune. Paws is in 3rd place on the outside, just slipping up a little bit closer. She might be out 3 deep. Affleck might have been just kicking up inside of her to ensure that she was 3 wide. Paws. She's now gone to 2nd outside of Centona. Paris Fortune pulling pretty hard. He's 3rd on the inside of Affleck, followed by Annalee and then Betrilla. Maze K has just pushed along, trying to hold his position. He's being passed by Himalaya Falcon on the outside. 1 further back to Miss Cian, then Romanza, and last of orders Nazaro. They head for home, 450 metres to go. Paws on the outside and Centona, they're sharing the lead. Paris Fortune is just behind them. Affleck coming to the outside. He's putting in a big run down the outside. Himalaya Falcon coming into it with a strong burst. Amaze K's over on the rails with nowhere to go. He's held up at the moment. Paws is in front with 200 metres to go. Affleck is having a crack at Paws now. Miss Ciana's angling for a run on the inside, and she's getting it. Betrill, the outside, is charging at them. Betrill coming after Affleck. Betrill hit the lead. Yes, Betrill's got up to win it. Betrill first, 2nd Affleck. A photo finish for 3rd. Miss Cian, who late in the piece was having difficulty trying to get the run. Romanza's out wide. Now he's in the photo with Miss Cian for 3rd. Just behind them, Himalaya Falcon. Followed in then by Nazaro. Amaze K. He had no luck in the straight. The last few over the line, Paris Fortune, Centona and Annalee.
Number 12, Betrill, Larry Cassidy, 10.20, 3.30. 3 Affleck for 2nd, $1.80. 4 Miss Ciana Photo for 3rd, 5.40, or 11 Romanza at 9.10.
Numbers are going up. Numbers are coming up from the judge now. Betrill will be the winner, trained by Clary Connors and ridden by Larry Cassidy. You might get a couple of hard luck stories coming out of that. 12 is first. Now, 2nd place goes to number 3, Affleck, ridden by Alan Russell. And 3rd place, Miss Cian over on the inside. She's held for 3rd, just in advance of Romanza. Romanza was wide on the track. Betrill first by Don't Say Halo out of Grey Fee, is raced by the Burst Syndicate.
All right, first off, let's clear the Newcastle Totes.
9 competitive.
Alibaba number 1, Rob Thompson, won the first. Now in race 4, they're all set.